Dear Mr. President,
For years, the owners of the Ambassador Bridge have lobbied to make sure the new Gordie Howe Bridge won't open, including $1 million donation to a Donald Trump super PAC.
Happy Independence Day.
But in an exclusive broadcast interview with Global News, U.S. Ambassador to Canada Pete Hoekstra says those donations from Detroit's Maroon family don't matter.
Is the administration doing this because of the donations you received from the Maroon family?
Absolutely not. There's legitimate issues here that we're resolving. The bridge was not opened when it was announced a couple of weeks ago by mutual agreement of the Canadian government and the U.S. government.
The New York Times has reported Ambassador Bridge owner Matthew Maroon met with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick just hours before Donald Trump threatened to not open the bridge in February. The Prime Minister has said the new Detroit-Windsor crossing was not opened at the request of the Americans, despite the fact that Canada has paid for the entire cost of the bridge and will share ownership with Michigan 50-50, a deal Hoekstra believes isn't good enough.
So right now we're looking at two issues that concern control of the bridge, tariff setting, where the money flows.
Currently, toll money will flow to Michigan after Canada is made whole for the $6.4 billion they've put up to build the bridge. But Hoekstra wants more money sooner.
Americans are contributing significantly more than half of the revenue that we'll pay back, and it's paid for from revenue coming from the Ambassador Bridge, which is 100% an American-owned company.
Despite Hoekstra's complaints, he does have some positivity.
We can reach an agreement on this bridge that is not tied into the larger CUSMA negotiations, USMCA negotiations, and that we will, I think there's a good possibility. I'm optimistic we'll open the bridge relatively soon.
But on free trade negotiations, the ambassador was less enthusiastic.
There's maybe been some progress, but not the significant amount of progress that says, okay, we know exactly where we're going. Now let's fill out the details.
Canada is yet to have formal negotiations with the Americans, who have sat down with the Mexicans twice. Mark Carney has routinely pointed to Canada having the best deal possible with the U.S. due to tariff exemptions on free trade products. But will that continue?
Will you guarantee that the CUSMA exemption that is on most of these tariffs already will remain?
I'm not in a position to guarantee anything. These decisions are made at the White House. They are made by the president.
Hoekstra equally non-committal on if the Americans actually want a free trade deal or if they'll follow through on Donald Trump's threats to rip up the deal.
6 months formal termination out of the deal. Is that something that your administration is considering?
I'm sure that with the president, all options are on the table, that clearly is allowed for within the agreement.
Hoekstra again outlined frustration over provincial alcohol bans and American companies not being able to bid on government contracts, Colleen, citing them as reasons why negotiations have been slow.
Mackenzie Gray in Ottawa. Thanks, Mackenzie.